Is Alvarez worth £80 million? No, not really. I don't think so. People can say he's a World Cup winner. So was Alan Ball. He wasn't better than George Best, who never played in a World Cup.
Is Julian Alvarez significantly better than Alvaro Morata?
Julian Alvarez was always destined to be one of the best strikers in the world. An amazing prospect at River Plate, joining Manchester City and eventually joining Atletico Madrid. But Julian has had some frustration in his career, but many highlights. Winning all the major honors possible, scoring crucial goals. But why has Alvarez this season with Atleti taken the next step? Well, this all started at River Plate, where in 2016 he joined the River Plate Academy before making his debut at 18 years old in the 2018 season under the legendary manager at River, Marcelo Gallardo. He wouldn't have a lot of minutes in 2018, but would be crucial in the Copa Libertadores, coming on as a substitute in the final against Boca, the biggest final ever in the competition's history, and he was vital in the goal for Quintero with the build-up play as the River Plate went on to win the Copa Libertadores. From 2019 to 2020, he would have minimal appearances with the club before 2021 would be his breakthrough year, scoring 24 goals in 46 games, including 2 goals against Boca in the Superclásico at home. This game right here was the showcase game for Julian. You don't just score 2 goals against your biggest rivals, especially the first goal with just such class about it, and the second goal such a striker's goal, just a poacher's finish. Those are the sort of moments where you say to yourself, this guy is the real deal. He would have such a phenomenal year that he would be voted the South American Footballer of the Year in 2021 at the age of 21 years old. And in January 2022, Manchester City signed Alvarez for 18 million euros. He was allowed to finish the season with River Plate before joining Manchester City in July. He will obviously be a backup to the other big money signing, Erling Haaland. But Alvarez showed his versatility, his work rate, his eye for goal, and he would have some good appearances for Man City in the 22-23 season as Manchester City went on to win the treble, winning the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League that season. And he would score 17 goals in his first full season, playing a variety of positions, the left wing, the right wing, the cam, the striker. Alvarez would have more opportunities in the 23-24 season. He would actually rack up the 5th most minutes at Man City during that season, behind Rodri, Phil Foden, Ederson, Kyle Walker. He would actually play more minutes than Erling Haaland. His eye for goal wasn't really there that season. Alvarez throughout his career has had big moments, the Superclásicos, the Copa Libertadores, and also for the Argentinian national team. Alvarez made his debut for the national team in 2021, and he was a part of the winning squad in the Copa America in 2021, but the true breakout moment for him with the national team was the World Cup in 2022. With Lautaro Martinez struggling big time, Alvarez became the starting striker for Argentina, and he would go on to score 4 goals in the tournament against Poland, Australia, and 2 goals against Croatia in the semifinals. And his role in that team helped Argentina eventually lift their 3rd ever World Cup. So Alvarez has shown the big moments for the River Plate, for Argentina, but never had that big moment for Manchester City. And maybe Alvarez was frustrated at Manchester City not being the star guy. And he talked about it. Something inside me told me that I needed a different challenge, to look for something new. In the Champions League final, I didn't get in. In the semifinal, I didn't play much, and I wanted to play in those kind of games. Well, Alvarez eventually got his big money move to another European club. And in the summer of 2024, Alvarez joined Atletico Madrid for a reported fee of 95 million euros, which became a club record departure for Manchester City, and Alvarez finally got his move to join another club and be the star guy. And while Alvarez struggled at the beginning with Diego Simeone trying different lineups and trying different tactics, eventually Simeone found the perfect blueprint, starting Alvarez and Griezmann together as the 2 strikers, where Griezmann would be more of the playmaker. And Alvarez this season has had already a lot of big moments for Atleti, scoring the winning goal against Celta, scoring the winning goal against Mallorca, scoring the winning goal against Osasuna, scoring the winning goal against Athletic Club in the league alone. And in the Champions League, that's been Alvarez's bread and butter, as he has 6 goals in 8 games in the Champions League, a goal against Lille, 2 goals against Sparta Praha, including a ridiculous free kick goal, a goal against Slovan Bratislava, but the big moment game for Alvarez was against Bayer Leverkusen. Atleti were down to 10 men, and then the Alvarez show started, scoring 2 goals in the second half as Atleti roared back with 10 men to beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-1.
He's just dangerous, and he's a big miss to this Man City side.
And Alvarez just screams a Diego Simeone player. You cannot think of a better combination of a player with a manager with a club. The work rate, the intensity he plays at, very physical player, maybe doesn't have the speed, but also has the technical quality, the finishing, can finish with both feet. Sometimes people, we just need a new environment, we maybe need a cuddle, and maybe that's what Alvarez needed. He maybe needed to get away from the shadow of the Haalands, the Phil Folens, the Rodaries at Manchester City, and go to Atleti and be that guy. And while there has been struggles this season, it is fantastic to see now Alvarez take that next step in his career. Because this guy has always shown the potential at River Plate, to Manchester City, with the Argentinian national team, and now at Atletico. And with this season, with Atleti in 3 competitions still, with the Copa del Rey, Champions League, and the vital round of 16 game against Real Madrid, to La Liga, can Alvarez be that crucial guy to help Atleti get over the line? And this is also great for Griezmann. Griezmann has been struggling to work with Alvaro Morata for the last couple years. But now, Griezmann has a pure striker and a dude who can finish goals in Alvarez. And you see that tandem work so well. It's like Kobe and Shaq. Right now, Atleti got their Kobe and Shaq. So many people around the world were saying Atleti, they're paying how much for Julian Alvarez? He's a backup striker at Manchester City. Well, Alvarez was still probably a top 5, top 7 striker in the Premier League while being a backup.
Now that he is a guy that you can count on game in and game out, and he fits the style of Cholo Simeone and the way he wants to play.
Just shows how good Haaland is for Manchester City that Alvarez didn't get a lot of opportunities at the striker role. But in a world where we see Antony, Højlund, Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz all go for big money, it was actually a no-brainer for Atleti using the money they sold João Felix to Chelsea to invest it into a player like Julian. They needed a game changer. They needed somebody who can get them the goals, and Julian already has gotten them the goals. And this only being his first season and only 25 years old, what is he going to be like when he's 27 years old? Julian could be another Diego Costa for Atleti, a dude who always shows up in the league, the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey. Atleti really haven't had a striker since Diego Costa. They've had obviously Luis Suarez, but that was really only for 1 season, and he was crucial for them winning La Liga. But now they got a prime Julian for 4 to 5 years. Diego Simeone is loving life again. And is Julian Alvarez the best striker in the world right now? Of course not. And he's still got competition. You got the Isaac, the Yerkeres, the Lautaros. There's a lot of good strikers in this world. But Julian can make a case very soon that he should be up there in that table and dining at the VIP table for best strikers in the world. Some people will compare him to a Sergio Aguero or other players. For me, I look at Julian and I say Diego Milito. Diego Milito was also a very good striker in La Liga and Genoa, but then had that breakthrough season at Inter. Obviously, after Inter, it wasn't the same Milito. But Julian could have the same career where he could be such a vital player for maybe 1 or 2 or 3 seasons at Atleti and carry them to a Champions League or La Liga or Copa del Rey, and people will then acknowledge how good Alvarez is. But he's at the perfect spot at Atletico de Madrid. Just something I love about this player, just his finishing ability. In a world where so many players are afraid to take shots from outside the box, Julian isn't afraid. And with already 21 goals in 40 appearances this season, he's on course to break his best goal scoring record of his career. And could he rack up 30 goals in all competitions? Most definitely, especially with the crucial games coming up for Atleti. This could be a prime time to see the best of Julian. But let me know your thoughts, people. How good do you think Julian Alvarez can become in his career? Can he be the best striker in the world? Will he be a top 3 striker in the world? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to follow me on all the socials. You can find those links in the description down below. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time, adios.